I'm pleased to say joining us it's Uma Gurav. How are you doing, Uma?
I'm great. Lovely to
Morning,
see you
Uma.
both.
Nice
Morning.
to see you too. Did you have a lovely festive break?
I did. I had a great break. And then last night, of course, I had my break ended by that Manchester United defeat, which is very sad.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You shouldn't watch Man United over the Christmas period. It can ruin your Christmas.
It can.
Don't watch them.
Well,
unless, of course, you support anybody else, in which case it's quite good entertainment, isn't it?
you could say that, yes. What have you got for us?
Yeah, a bit of a sucker punch on Boxing Day for Ruben Amorim, unfortunately. But I tell you who's having a great time. The papers are having a field day with this. The Mirror's gone gory Man United. The Sun, red mist, grim for Amorim. Amorim left feeling foggy on that very foggy evening, of course. And then, of course, the Telegraph talking about this line that Ruben Amorim delivered after the game, saying that United just have to survive now. He was asked about, they're just 8 points clear of the drop zone now, as you mentioned earlier. They conceded directly from a corner again. Are they possibly in danger of being embroiled into that relegation battle? And Amorim admitted, it's a possibility. The Times picking up on how he says he's got no idea how long it's going to take to fix Manchester United. When asked about European qualification as well, Amorim just said no, 4 no's, which incidentally is the number of Premier League defeats he now has. And he takes the record for being the quickest Manchester United manager ever to record that number of Premier League defeats from Erik ten Hag. So that gives you a bit of an indication of where he's at. Nobody said it would be easy for Amorim, but maybe he didn't think it was going to be quite this hard.
Do you know what people forget, though? Man United could have any player they want. They pay the biggest wages. So when they're playing Wolves yesterday, not one Wolves player will be earning, they're probably earning half. If you looked at the wage bill, Wolves' wage bill will be half. So that's why people give him stick, because you can have any right back you want. He'll be on 220, 250 grand a week. The left back will be on 200 grand a week. They can sign whoever they want, and they keep getting it wrong. That's why they get so much stick. It's not as if you got no budget and you're trying to fight your way up the league. You're a big club with no budget. They pay the biggest wages. So you should be able to sign the best players in every position. And they've failed to do that. And look what's happened.
But the players that they've got, you look at some of the players in that team and you think it's not like they're bad players. It's like they come to Manchester United and suddenly they become incapable of performing to the level that they supposedly have been able to perform elsewhere. So obviously, yes, there's this issue of signing, but why is it that the players in that team are all so stale? Because it does seem to be just this rot that's just spreading throughout the team. I mean,
culture at the club, which has been set in for about 4 or 5 years of, I don't really have to work my socks off. I don't really have to train well every day. And it spreads like wildfire through the camp. Before you know it, the young players... Talk about Roy Keane. If you joined in training and you're training with Roy Keane, Nicky Butt, Scholes, Giggs, you're training with them, and you stroll about, they teach you how to be a pro. Not the manager, the players teach you. But if it's the other way round and you're training with lazy players, they become lazy and they get sucked into this. Well, he don't run around, so I'm not running round. Xerxes, his first game for Man United, he was chasing round like a headless chicken, closing the goalkeeper down. By 3 games, he's looking over his shoulder thinking, where are you? Where's the rest of you? I'm not running. If you're not running, I'm wasting my time. And that's what happens. But, you've got to stick with this manager. And, the point that we're even talking about, they're calling him interim, not Amorim. They've got to stick with him because I think the system he's putting in place, he'll eventually get the players to play in it. But right now, I don't think some of them players are good enough to play. Well, I know some of them aren't good enough to play for Man United.
So if you're saying that, are you making suggestions of the players they should get out?
Well, I've given the list out before.
Go on.
Luke Shaw's still there. Not done enough. Been at the club for how many years? Not won enough. If you play for Man United, you're winning trophies every year because you've got the biggest wage bill and you've got the biggest support. So you've got to win things. Otherwise, go and play for, no disrespect, go and play for Norwich, where you can have 4 good games, 4 bad games and finish halfway up the league. The players in the top clubs, you've got to produce every week. You're on big wages, you've got to produce. Luke Shaw, Rashford, they've got rid of Martial, they've got rid of Sancho, they got rid of Matic, got rid of Mata, Lindelof's got to go, Maguire's got to go, Darlow's not good enough, Wan-Bissaka wasn't good enough, Fred wasn't good enough, they let McTominay go, I would have kept him. Højlund looks like he's trying, Garnacho, when he's got the bit between his teeth, looks like he's trying. Mainu's a good young player. Diallo looks like a good young player, but there's still dead wood in the camp. They got rid of Pogba, got rid of Lukaku. They've tried, but they've not cleared the decks. You've got to clear the decks and start again, and they've just kept putting plasters over wounds, thinking that'll do the job. For me, there's still clear the decks to be done.
Yes, I think listing the players they should keep would probably be a quicker list, wouldn't it?
Is the goalkeeper good enough? There's another one. I left him out.
Yeah.
Is he good enough? I'm not sure about him either.
Well, like you said, it's the culture, isn't it? I think.
Yes, yeah. And as we mentioned a little bit earlier on, perhaps it's going to take time for that all to come good for Manchester United, but it is a sticky period. They are going through 3 successive losses in all competitions now for Ruben Amorim, and it doesn't get any easier for them because listening to their next 3 fixtures in all competitions, Newcastle at home on Monday, followed by Liverpool away at the start of January, and then they've got Arsenal in the FA Cup.
I left Fernandes out, Nat,
well.
sorry.
You missed out Bruno Fernandes. I know.
Get him out as well.
As Uma said, it would have been easier to say who to keep.
Yeah, we've got Anthony as well, by the way.
Oh, Anthony.
Carry on this
Get a
conversation. Carry on this conversation.
Terminal
in the
1
break.
Manchester Airport. Minibus.
Uma, you're going to be back in about, later on in this hour, I believe. But that was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.